Hey guys, so I'm here with Charles Parker with AZ Credit Medix. Hey Charles, thanks for being with us, man.
Thank you. Appreciate it for you having me.
So I want to bring Charles on board with us and let you guys know how credit works. He's a credit expert. That's what he does. He's the owner of AZ Credit Medix, so directly the person to go for and talk to about stuff like that. So Charles, tell us what you do and how you can help our people out.
Well, what we do is we help individuals look at their personal credit,
Okay.
their business credit, and also to include their student loans, because I'm sure everyone knows that student loans is the biggest issue the United States currently has right now. So we basically kind of help with the whole kit and caboodle if someone comes in to just kind of look at everything and analyze what's going on.
Cool. And just to, again, our viewers are pretty much as young as you can get. They're just getting out of college, just getting out of high school, getting into their first jobs. What's your best explanation of credit? I know there's a lot to it.
Yeah.
I know you can go on for days about it, but what's the number one thing, the number one misconception that you see out there right now?
The number one misconception is how are you going to control your debt?
Wow, that's a huge one.
That's a big one, meaning that most people think that if you have a credit card at $1,000, that if you keep it at $500 balance, that's actually going to help you out. But technically, you have to keep it below 30% or $300 of that credit card or less.
Okay, so it's down to the T. It can get down to specific percentages and dollar amounts.
Yeah, because what it's looking is if you're below 30%,
Right.
so if you pick on a $1,000 credit card, you're
Okay.
staying below 300.
All right,
The credit bureaus like what you're doing. They think you're in a good financial situation.
got you. Okay.
If you go above that 30%, like 50%, now the credit bureaus, what's going on is they think you might be going through some financial hardship. Meaning that because they don't look at how much you make, they don't look how much money you have in the your bank account, they don't see how long you've been in your job. They just look at numbers.
Okay.
And they're taking it, in my eye, card by card. Some people like to lump it all into one. I'm more conservative. I do card by card because it makes you look that much better to the credit bureaus and the scoring system.
Awesome. And again, our viewers are just now starting to actually use credit. They're actually starting to have to use credit because that's the way of life, right?
Yeah.
At some point in time, you're gonna have your credit pulled. Tell us about how credit works, as far as whose credit exactly, whose credit exactly, what companies are they? Is it a federal? Is it state? What exactly is credit?
Well, it's actually a good question because there's three companies.
Okay.
The three big companies, which is Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion.
All right.
Those are the three big companies that mortgage companies are going to utilize
Okay.
when they're going to look at your credit. Car lots, credit cards. If you're going into an employment of management, they're going to look at your credit. Nowadays, people don't know this, but banks are running your credit to see where they're going to put you at in an account that you're putting money into.
Very true, and I see that every day as a loan officer, guys. I see people that have had credit for 15 years and are still in the low scoring ranges because they don't know how to manage their credit. What's your best recommendation for our viewers as far as if they are in a bad spot, they're going to reach out to you?
Yeah.
What's your process?
Well, our process is we bring in the client in and we have a free consultation. We analyze your report from A to Z. Since I'm an instructor for the state of Arizona to teach credit to realtors, I take a very instructional course, direction, whichever way you want to look at it. But I teach you everything, meaning that we're going to look at all the information, see what needs to be done. And then I'm going to tell you, okay, this is what's going on. I'll give you my analysis, and then I let the individual make the decision on what they would like to do depending on what I see and what I tell them.
Awesome.
So it's always going to be a free consultation where there's no obligation, but at least if you don't have us help you, you're going to leave that much smarter because I'm going to teach you the whole kit and caboodle, as they would call it.
That's why I work with Charles, guys. You know how I work. I've expressed myself to you guys often as how I approach your loan application for a mortgage. I'm going to educate you, and that's the same mindset that Charles has for you guys. He's going to let you know what you have, black and white, and this is what you can do. And from experience, I've had clients that work with Charles for a couple of months, and then they come back a lot more educated. Charles, thanks so much for being with us, brother.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
it.